Children, we'll start with your syllabus for the first chapter, that is sources of food. You must have seen a car. A car is driven by the help of a fuel. आपने बच्चे कार, ऑटोमोबाइल, कोई बाइक जरूर देखी होगी बच्चे. उन्हें चलाने के लिए हमें किसकी जरूरत पड़ती है? फ्यूल की. Likewise, our body is a complete system itself. So the body of a living organism also requires certain fuel to work. हमारी बॉडी के बच्चे एक सिस्टम, एक मशीनरी की तरह है, एक लिविंग मशीन की तरह है. इसे भी काम करने के लिए क्या चाहिए? एनर्जी चाहिए. And for that energy, we require food. In this chapter, we'll study from various sources, from which kind of various sources we obtain that food. जो हम फूड खा रहे हैं बच्चे, जो हम फूड प्रोडक्ट्स खा रहे हैं, वो हम किन सोर्सेज से ऑब्टेन करते हैं, किन से हम वो फूड ऑब्टेन करते हैं, किन से हमें वो फूड मिलता है. So our body require energy to perform all the activities, and for that energy we require food. So first thing which we'll study, and which is a very important question for your exam as well, what is the significance or importance of food? What is the advantage of food? Food provides us various things, and that we are going to study one by one. The first one is food provides us energy, and we require energy to work and play. In fact, not to work and play only. To perform all the activities of our life, we require energy. सांस लेने के लिए भी हमें एनर्जी चाहिए. So basic necessity of our living is energy. Without energy, we will not be able to live properly, efficiently. Next, we require food so that we can get the nutrients from food. Now the question arises, what are nutrients? Nutrients are the chemical substances which are present in food and which completes our basic necessities. न्यूट्रिएंट्स और केमिकल्स को बोलते हैं जो फूड के थ्रू हम ऑब्टेन करते हैं, जो फूड के थ्रू हम अपनी बॉडी के अंदर इंजेस्ट करते हैं, इनटेक करते हैं चीजें. देयर आर थ्री मेजर न्यूट्रिएंट्स. द फर्स्ट इज कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. ग्लूकोज, फ्रक्टोज, ऑल दीज आर कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. स्टार्च, these are carbohydrates. The compounds made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are known as carbohydrates in the most common definition. These carbohydrates are energy giving nutrients, energy providing nutrients. They provide us energy. The second is fats. Fats also provide energy, as well as they are storage nutrients. They store energy. The third one, proteins. We get the proteins from the pulses, fish, egg, etc. The proteins are known as body building nutrients. Why? Because they help in the growth of muscles and bones. So these are the three major nutrients which we require. Rather than these, we require certain minerals and vitamins. These are required in traces. Traces means very, very small amount. Their quantity which is required by our body is very less. These minerals and vitamins are known as regulatory or protective nutrients, as they protect our body from the foreign pathogens, from the disease-causing microorganisms. So we eat the food, we intake the food so that the food will protect our body from the various diseases, and we will remain fit and healthy, will remain disease free. What is disease? Any discomfort to our body is known as a disease. Disease is composed of two words. One is dis, and this means removal, and ease means comfort. Removal of comfort of any kind is known as a disease. So, to keep our body disease free, we must have to eat a balanced diet that must contain all these nutrients in appropriate amount. For growth, for development, we require nutrients. Why? Because proteins are the bodybuilding nutrients. They help in the growth of muscles. And by the growth of muscles and the body tissues, body cells, we grow. The age in which you are is the growing phase of your life. It is necessary for you to have protein-rich diet. So your diet must include the pulses, soya bean, fish if you are a non-vegetarian, egg. So for these basic necessities, we require food, and that is what the importance of food is. Next we'll discuss ingredients. To make rice, to cook rice, we require raw rice बच्चों. अगर हम राइस बनाना चाहते हैं, अगर हमारे मदर राइस बनाते हैं बच्चे, तो उसके लिए हमें रॉ राइस की जरूरत है, कच्चे चावल की जरूरत पड़ती है. Also to boil them we require water. अगर हम बच्चे बिरयानी बनाना चाहते हैं, for biryani we require onion, various kind of vegetables, spices, so that we can make it more tasty. We can make it more palatable. Palatable means tasteful. So these are various ingredients. These are the various raw materials which are required by us to form a particular food, to synthesize, to prepare, to cook a particular food. So the various raw material means kacha maal, needed to prepare food is known as ingredients. You must have seen the various ingredients written behind the packet of your chips or the whatsoever items you are purchasing from the market. They are written, the ingredients along with their nutritional value behind each and every gram. The nutritional value must be in the kilocalories. So these are the ingredients by which that substance is made of. The raw materials which we require to form food or various food items is referred as ingredients. For example, to prepare idli we require suji. To prepare roti or chapati we require wheat flour and water. To prepare sandwiches we require bread, salad, mayonnaise if you want to pour it down it. Dhokla is made from gram flour, besan. चने की दाल को बारीक पीस कर बच्चे बनाया जाता है. So these are the ingredients for the following cuisines, for the following food items. These are the raw materials which are required to prepare these food items. Next we'll discuss sources of food. Now bachche, these are the raw materials. These raw materials we obtain from two kind of living organisms. Either these raw materials are plant products, these are we obtain from plants, or we get them from animals. So there are two kind of sources from where we obtain the food, from where we obtain the ingredients to prepare food, and those sources are referred as the name of this chapter, sources of food. What are sources of food? Living organism from where we get the food items, from where we get the ingredients to prepare the food items or food products. Those are referred as sources of food. वो लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म बच्चों जहां से हम उन रॉ मटेरियल्स को ऑब्टेन करेंगे जिसकी हेल्प से हम फूड बनाएंगे, जिसकी हेल्प से हम फूड कुक करेंगे, those materials are referred as sources of food. Those living organisms are referred as sources of food. For example, we get the rice, dal means pulses, and sugar from the plant products. We get the rice from a crop, that is paddy. We get pulses from the crops. Next, sugar. We get sugar from sugar cane. We get the sugar crystals from the juice of the sugar cane, and sugar cane is a plant product. Next, butter. It is to be made from milk, and milk is an animal product. Ghee. It is also a milk product, that is from animals, and then milk directly from the animals. So there are two kind of sources from where we obtain the food. There is from plants and from animals. So these are the sources of food. Next we'll discuss food from plants. Plants perform photosynthesis. Photosynthesis term composed of two words. First is photo, that means light, and second is synthesis. Synthesis means to prepare, to form, to synthesize, कुछ नया बनाना. Plants can prepare their own food from carbon dioxide which they take it from atmosphere. Carbon dioxide कहाँ से लेते हैं plants? Atmosphere से. Water, they take water from the soil through their roots. Water कहाँ से लेते हैं? Roots से. कहाँ से, किस जगह से लेते हैं? Roots कहाँ से absorb करती हैं उसे? Soil से. They trap sunlight. Why sunlight? Because they have a green color pigment in their leaves. That green color pigment is known as chlorophyll. Pigment means any substance which provide color. कोई भी substance जो color provide करता है उसे pigment बोलते हैं, उसे dye बोलते हैं. You must have heard about the hair dye. Hair dye is a pigment which converts the hair color to the desired color which we want. The dyes are available for brown color, red color, black color. तो जिस कलर के बाल करना चाहते हैं उस कलर की डाई हम बालों पर लगा लेते हैं. That is a pigment. The pigments, the dyes are used to color the stalls. You must have seen your mother's stall of various colors. Those stalls are of color, different colors because of the various pigments which are present in that cloth. So, chlorophyll is a green color pigment present in the leaves. This pigment traps the sunlight. This pigment holds the sunlight and then that particular sunlight is used to form chemical energy, to form food. So plants perform photosynthesis, that's why plants are known as producers. Plants को क्या बोलते हैं बच्चे? Producers. Because they can synthesize their own food from carbon dioxide, CO2, water, H2O. In the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll of leaves is known as photosynthesis, and they can perform photosynthesis. That is why they are known as producers. Plants अपना खाना खुद बना सकते हैं, इसीलिए plants को producers कहते हैं. Plants सिर्फ उतना खाना ही नहीं बनाते बच्चे जितना उन्हें जरूरत है. They form the food in excess. जरूरत से ज्यादा खाना बनाते हैं बच्चे. So, अब बच्चे दो बातें होती है living organism. There are two things in living organism. First, if anything is in excess, that is a waste. Or, if anything is in excess, that would be stored. Living organism चाहे plant हो चाहे animals हो, दो बातें होंगी बच्चे. जो भी चीज ज्यादा हो गई है या तो वो वेस्ट है, उसे बाहर निकाल दिया जाएगा बॉडी से, या फिर अगर वो ज्यादा है तो उसे स्टोर किया जाएगा किसी फॉर्म में. In plants, the food is formed in excess. But that is not excluded away. वो बाहर नहीं निकाला जाएगा. That is stored in the plants in various parts, and those parts we eat. Plants जो इतना सारा फूड बना रहे हैं बच्चे ज्यादा, वो क्या होता है प्लांट्स में स्टोर हो जाएगा. प्लांट्स में स्टोर हो जाएगा तो प्लांट के डिफरेंट पार्ट्स में स्टोर होगा और उन पार्ट्स को क्या करेंगे? खा लेंगे. So the next topic for the discussion is edible parts. Edible means eatable, which can be eaten. The part of the plant which can be eaten to provide nutrients in our body, to provide the nutritional content to our body, those parts are known as edible parts. The parts of the plant which can be eaten to complete the nutritional requirement, those parts are known as edible parts. जो plant parts हम खा सकते हैं उन्हें हम क्या बोलते हैं? Edible parts. Plants have various parts. You will study in a chapter named as Getting to Know Plants. उसमें हम पढ़ेंगे बच्चे प्लांट के बहुत सारे पार्ट्स हैं. आपको पढ़ाया भी गया होगा छोटी क्लास में. प्लांट के पास रूट्स हैं, प्लांट के पास स्टेम है, प्लांट के पास लीव्स हैं, फ्रूट्स हैं, फ्लावर्स हैं, सीड्स हैं. कुछ प्लांट्स का हम कोई पार्ट खा सकते हैं और कुछ का नहीं. So we'll distinguish some examples on this basis. For example, the first one is roots. The plants in which the roots are available. Carrot, गाजर, turnip, शलगम को बोलते हैं बच्चे, radish, मूली को बोलते हैं. All these are roots of the plant. Sweet potato, शकरकंदी, they are edible. हम इन्हें खाते हैं किसी न किसी फॉर्म में, किसी को सैलेड की फॉर्म में बच्चे, किसी हम वेजिटेबल कुक करते हैं, उसको बच्चे डायरेक्टली खा रहे हैं बॉयल करके, जैसे स्वीट पोटैटो. These are roots and they are edible. They are rich in carbohydrates. Next, stems. Sugarcane, it's a stem. We suck the juice of sugarcane, we drink the juice. It's a rich source of carbohydrates, energy providing source है. जब जॉन्डिस हो जाता है एक इंसान को, पी लिया, then sugarcane juice is advisable. Papaya is advisable because the energy content and the sugar content cane is quite high. Next, onion, ginger, adrak, potato, aloo. These three are underground stems. These three are found inside the ground, but still they are stems. So they are underground stems, and these are edible beta. In fact, onion, ginger, and potato are the essential part of each house. Next, leaves. Palak, spinach, good in iron. We eat it. It's the leaves. Mustard leaves we eat. Sarson ka saag. Cabbage, patta gobi. Its name indicates beta. Patta means leaves. Patta gobi. We are eating it as a salad. We cook it to make the vegetable. Lettuce. It's also a kind of leafy vegetable. Usually the burgers have it in your diet, obviously. Next is mint, pudina. Its fragrance is quite good. It is used to make sauce at houses. Mint sauce is usually eaten with the vegetables, as well as mint is used in the sugarcane juice as well in the juice shops. So these are the leaves which are edible, which we can eat. Next is flowers. Cauliflower, gobi. Banana flower is a kind of flower which is usually not found in our area. Broccoli, green color ki hoti hai gobi. It's very nutritious food. And the pumpkin flower. In Punjabi, in my family, it is referred as petha. So that is pumpkin flower. These are the flowers and these are edible. We can cook them. Next, vegetables. The plant part which produce vegetables. Beans, cucumber, kheera, brinjal and peas. Cucumber we do not cook as a vegetable. We usually make it eat it as a salad raw, but it is a part of vegetable. Likewise, tomato. Tomato जो है, it's a fruit. Tomato जो है बच्चे वो fruit है. So fruits are not written here because fruits are very common. Apple, mango. Tomato is a fruit, but we still not cut it in the fruit structure. Tomato is a fruit. Remember this point. Next, seeds. Seeds are wheat. We make flour of wheat to make chapatis, to bake chapatis. Rice, kidney beans, rajma, and cumin, jeera. Cumin seeds are used usually for frying. Next, nuts. Cashew nuts, almonds, walnuts, akroot. These are the nuts. They are highly rich in nutrients like carbohydrates and proteins. Protein-rich sources are these examples of nuts. So these are the various edible parts of the plants. One is left fruits, but that you can name it very easily. Fruits are apple, papaya, mango. These are fruits which we used to eat. So these are the edible parts of the plants which can be eaten by us to complete our nutritional requirements. We'll discuss about the mushrooms. You must have seen the mushroom, the white color, umbrella-like structures. They are commonly known as umbrella mushrooms. The mushrooms are neither plants nor animals. They are a separate class of organisms, and that class is known as fungi. Fungi is a plural. Its singular word is fungus. Fungus is a different class, is a separate class of organism as compared to plant animals. Fungus या fungi जो है बच्चों ना तो वो plants हैं ना animals. Some fungi are edible and some are non-edible. जो हम खा रहे हैं mushroom, they are edible बेटा, they are form of fungus. But there are some fungus, there are some fungi which are harmful for us. They cause us various skin problems as well as some fungus are poisonous. So the kind of fungus which are edible are referred as mushrooms. We can eat them. Next we'll discuss an activity. That is to sprout some seeds. Seeds, बीजों को अंकुरित करना. The sprouted seeds are rich in nutrients. They contain more vitamins and more proteins as compared to the usual pulses. So that's why they are more nutritious. They are more healthy to eat. That's why the sprouted seeds are advised. to the teenagers, to the students, to the child of your age. उन्हें सलाह दी जाती है कि स्प्राउट्स खाएं आप सुबह सुबह। Why? Because they are more nutritious बच्चे। In this activity, we'll discuss how we can form them, how we can sprout the seeds. For that, we require certain things. We require moon seeds. You can take the gram seeds as well, black gram seeds. काले चने भी ले सकते हैं, या हरी मूंगी की दाल। We require a cotton cloth, not a wet cotton cloth. We require a container filled with water. There is a device also available in the markets known as sprouter. But these are the traditional requirements for the sprouting of seeds. And method: take some seeds of moong or black gram, if you are taking black gram, and place it in a container filled with water for a day. एक बच्चे कंटेनर में, एक बर्तन में, उसमें पानी डालें, उसमें कुछ सीड्स जितने का आप खा सकें, जितने का आप स्प्राउट्स बनाना चाहें, उन्हें डाल दें और उसे एक दिन के लिए छोड़ दें, 24 hours. After that, drain out the water, पानी जो उसे निकाल दें ध्यान से, और जो सीड्स आपको मिलेंगे, जो वेट सीड्स आपको मिलेंगे, उसे एक कॉटन क्लॉथ में रैप कर दें और उसे फैला दें, स्प्रेड कर दें, एंड कीप इट अनदर फॉर अ डे, और उसे एक दिन और के लिए खुला छोड़ दें. इफ इट इज पॉसिबल, स्प्रिंकल द वाटर आफ्टर 2 hours. हल्का हल्का हाथ से स्प्रिंकल करें पानी, उस पर छिड़काव करें. In that, the sprouts will grow more easily. You'll observe that from the seeds, which were initially like this, white color thread-like structures will grow. Their seed coat break, and white color thread-like structures will grow from the seeds, and they are known as sprouts. They are known as sprouted seeds. They are rich in vitamins. They contain more proteins as compared to the usual pulses, so they are more nutritious. That is the conclusion. You can add more spices, onion or tomato to it, and make it more tasty. You can even eat it as a snack. So that's how you can sprout seeds.